So here's the cast: a wild magic sorcerer, a valor bard, a carnalist wizard, a gunslinger fighter, a conquest paladin, a spore druid, and an order cleric. So, this story comes from a quest to find out why some people were coming back from the dead. The usual answers for such a question were quickly discovered to be anything but. The goddess of death had denied involvement. The angel of rebirth never had any requests for resurrections from her church, and none of the artificial guilds had any sort of resurrection technology. With all answers being exhausted, they had to go to the house of the first person who had been reported as being brought back from the dead. The party tried to stealthily enter the home, and it went fairly well, considering that the paladin kicked the door down and all. The only thing in the house was a vampire, and that poor vampire faced the wrath of the destroy undead channel divinity from the cleric. They searched the house thoroughly and found three things of interest. The first was a harpoon gun that allowed the wielder to pull in a target from 10 feet, or get knocked prone if they failed a strength save and were hit. Everyone collectively agreed that the gunslinger should have it. The second was a necklace of fireballs with 6 beads. The third was a signet ring with a design of a dragon skull. After returning to the base of operations, it was discovered that it belonged to an ancient Dracolich, and that it lived an hour outside the city, and it was using magic to create and control the undead. So, the party went to the cave that was in that general direction. After entering the cave, they find the Dracolich in question, and the battle ensues. The druid goes first and casts halo of spores on top of the Dracolich and good berries in case they need health on command later on. It was pretty useful later on in this fight. After round 7, the Dracolich summoned 10 vampires to swarm the party. Chaos ensues, and as expected, and a plan ensues. The bard, cleric, and druid focus on the vampires. The sorcerer buffs the party, and the gunslinger and paladin focus on the Dracolich. Things sound good, and it works for a round until the sorcerer rolls a 1. Wild magic time, and 6 flumphs are summoned and freak the hell out. The cleric and paladin look at each other with a gigantic smirk, and they have an idea. The paladin asks the druid to pull out the necklace of fireballs, and everyone seems to understand what's going to happen. The druid pulls out the necklace of fireballs and casts command at 5th level. The cleric follows suit and casts command on the remaining flumph. Both of them told the flumphs to grab a bead. The gunslinger shoots at the Dracolich with the harpoon gun and hits thanks to the bard, and they failed to save thanks to the wizard's 14th level ability, and I blew through the legendary resistance on more damage effect before the vampires were summoned, so the Dracolich is prone, and 6 fireballs are being carried towards it by kamikaze flumphs. It ended up being 178 fire damage, and the Dracolich died. The party leveled up 3 times, and a bunch of other stuff happened. The cleric ended up becoming the champion of his god. The paladin got recruited as the new general strategist for a military organization, with the wizard telling him the best plan of action based off of different timelines. And the fighter ended up separating from the group and started a career as a bounty hunter. The sorcerer ended up being captured and experimented on because of his wild magic. The druid started his adventures as a new bard with the other bard. Some may have not gotten the best retirements, but gone out with a satisfying ending according to the players. All in all, a successful quest to one-up the killing of a vampire with alcohol poisoning.